Here's a story of our little cabin, who at one time was only a shed, but then it grew and grew and grew. And my husband wanted to shoot me dead. No, just kidding.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our ranch adventures. We are very excited about today's video where we get to introduce you to the cabin.
The cabin. So when we first started to build the area, we cleared everything out and we wanted to put something on the property that we could stay in overnight to keep us out of the elements, that we could put a cot in and be comfortable.
Basically a place to glamp.
A place to glamp. And then Sean just wanted something super big, and so no.
Negative, Ghost Rider. That pattern is full.
Okay, so the truth is, I kept adding a little bit and a little bit. So we went to a couple different shed sites and looked at some manufactured ones. At one point, we decided to do a 16 by 24.
I actually originally wanted to do something like a 12 by 12.
But then we kept thinking, okay, we have 3 boys and a grandbaby on the way. And so we wanted to make sure it was comfortable for our daughter-in-law to come out and sleep and have a place to come, where if we just built a small cabin, it wouldn't have been big enough for everyone, or a shed rather. So we did it a little bit bigger.
And then a little bit bigger.
And then a little bigger.
And
so we
then
found out
bigger.
if after 16 foot, it's really hard to transport on the road. So we found a builder, a shed builder, who would come out on site and build it for us. And so he came out, we had everything staked out and measured, and we had decided on a 20 by 24-ish, something like that, maybe. But then the week before, I kind of made it grow again on accident.
Surprise!
So we ended up with a 24 by 28, plus a 6-foot porch and a 10-foot awning off the back. But he didn't say no. He said, just don't tell me. And so I said, okay. And I did it. So it's his fault, really. It is.
Guilty.
Okay, so now that you have the backstory of how our cabin came to be, let us take you inside and show you around.
So come on, let's go. First off, we found these solar lights right here to kind of mark where it is, because it's dark when we get here at night. So we figured these would help us to see the steps and stuff. These are pretty little ambiance, but they don't light up squat.
It's true.
And then we got these lights. These are also solar, and we got these off of Amazon. These do a pretty good job of providing enough light to see the steps when we get here, when it's dark, that we can get in the cabin and have enough light to see without a flashlight or anything. So here's our nice steps onto our nice 6-foot porch. And one thing I want to point out is this front door is uglier than this. I mean, this is like raw booty right here. This is
That's rude.
I'm sorry if that. Forgive me. This door is.
It's beautiful.
Pretty ugly.
Yeah, pretty ugly.
Well, we didn't get a picket, but we're happy with it. We're gonna put some paint and stuff on it, and
it's a door.
It's a door. Yeah, we're gonna try to make it look better. So, just wanted to point that.
But this porch is beautiful. We have our gutters. We're still waiting to put those up, so that will be coming soon. But this is just a beautiful porch to be able to come out here and look at this, and we'll start a fire at night and just be able to stare out and then step off and enjoy the stars. So this is one of my faves, is just to be able to sit on the porch. We'll have some fans in each of the corners so that as we sit here in the hot Texas summer, that we're not
once we get
out.
electricity.
Oh yeah, electricity. So technical. Okay, welcome to our house. Here we go. So here's Sean. I've got this. Okay, so I want to show you the inside, because this is my happy spot right here. So this will be the kitchen. So big old long kitchen front right here. So probably like some storage and a stove, the sink, some counter space, a refrigerator over here, and then right in this space here will be a big island. So on the island, it will be a double-sided like 6-foot by 3-foot island, And then instead of having cabinets on the side, it will be open to have stools tucked underneath, so it will double as both an island and a kitchen table. So that way, small spaces, we went multi-purpose. As we go through the video though, we would love to hear what your thoughts are. So if you have thoughts on how we could utilize this space, put it in the comments below and let us know your thoughts. We're totally open to whatever you think. Up here is where the mini split is gonna go. Again, it's pretty hot. Today is 82 and you feel it in here. It's pretty hot still air. So the mini split will come in from outside and go up in that space there. Sean and I will switch spots here. Da-da-da-da. Even though this looks like a kitchen area, it's not. This is our living room. So this will be a long couch, possibly a sectional. And then Sean, if you want to pan over here where our shelf is, right here will be the fireplace. So what we'd like to do is put a fireplace down here, a TV here, possibly bookshelves here.
And when she says fireplace, it's going to be an electric fireplace because we just don't have the room for a wood burning stove or a fireplace like a traditional fireplace.
Right, good point. So this is only 11 feet deep because it's 24 feet wide. And this space is 13 foot by design because a twin size bed is about 6.5 feet long. And this is gonna be 2 twin size bunk beds in this space here. So again, we wanted to be able to have a spot where our kids and grandkids can come out and stay. So this space right here again will be the double bunk beds. We thought about a triple. I think we're gonna keep it a double for now, might modify it later. We also thought about this space could be a loft, but I kind of like it open. And so at this point, we're choosing just to keep this open to make it feel a little bit bigger and not so closed off. Originally, we were gonna have a just an open concept cabin, but then we decided, you know what, this is gonna be a place where we come a lot, so we wanted to give ourselves a little bit of privacy. So come on into our bedroom. Since we started coming out, we went ahead and bought a bed early on. We've got a raised platform bed that we got off Amazon, just a small frame and then a 10-inch foam mattress. Again, from Amazon, it has been magical. So we're able to come out here and sleep comfortably, which has been a blessing. We keep all of our linens and stuff in a tote while we're gone. And then we decided to make the bed for you today before we did the video. So there you go. If you want to come over this way, Sean, we'll switch again. This is going to be a closet / storage area. Again, we're open to your suggestions and feedback to see what you think we can best use the space for to keep us neat and organized, but also a beautiful place for us to be because this will be our weekend home.
All right, so a couple of things. We have already roughed in our electrical and our plumbing. On the plumbing, we ran PEX-A throughout the cabin for all the water supply lines. We did all the drains and everything. They run underneath the cabin. As far as the ceiling, feel free to make comments and suggestions in the comments. But on the ceiling, we are debating between sheetrock and tongue and groove pine. My thought is if I go tongue and groove, that's going to be a whole lot easier for me to install by myself. I'm not sure that I'm so confident in installing sheetrock on this vaulted ceiling. The sheetrock is going to be less expensive than the tongue and groove, but again, the sheetrock is going to be more complex to install.
It'll be more labor intensive, and since we don't have a ton of experience, Sean is really good at patching holes in sheetrock.
We had 3 boys.
But we've never totally installed in a new construction, so not super confident in our tape and mud float texture, whatever you call it.
You just have to put your picky side aside.
My picky side, that's rude.
So over here, we have this little closet thingy-majigger right here. And this is going to be for a stackable washer and dryer, like the apartment style washer and dryer. This wasn't in our original plans, but we decided if we're going to be spending a lot of time up here and as muddy as it can get and everything, it would be convenient to have a washer and dryer up here. And also so we don't have to pack the sheets back and forth when we go home to wash them and then bring them back. We can do all that while we're up here.
So our tankless water heater will go up here in this space.
The next room over here, this room is another one of those rooms that kept growing. Originally, this was going to be a very tiny little bathroom, but it got bigger, and it's a whole lot nicer than what it originally was going to be. So we'll have a sink and we'll have a commode over here. And then this is the part that grew. We ended up adding this space and putting a shower in here. So we've actually got a 36 by 36 inch shower going in this space here, which originally was slated to go in just the original bathroom space. Some of you may be wondering what these pretty beams are here. After we built, we had a small issue with some settling on the posts, and there was a miscommunication on where some of the trees were cut and cleared and buried, and so we had a little situation where the awning was starting to sink a little bit, but we've got that stabilized and corrected now. So these supports were just put in as a precautionary measure to make sure that it didn't continue to sink. They're ready to come out. I just haven't had an opportunity to pull them out yet.
And again, we have the gutters sitting on the front porch. We're just waiting for the rain to stop so that the ground will dry up enough that we can put a ladder out here and get the gutters put onto the back.
And over here, we built kind of just a little, it was an outdoor kitchen area, someplace we use a flat top grill for, hi Bella, are you being ignored? Flat top grill, that's what we do most of our cooking on out here. It's like a Blackstone, but whatever. It's like a Blackstone, but it's not. It's the Members Mark Sam's Club version, just a little one. Oh, you've probably seen it inside in the tour. But we do our cooking and stuff out here. It's also a place we can throw our cooler for out of the way when we're out here. And then we have a water jug out here that we use for washing our hands and stuff. But this awning will eventually be kind of an entertaining area. My brush hog is not going to permanently reside here. That'll be moved out along with this wood and some construction supplies that are here now. But if we go over here to the side of the house, you'll be able to get a look at the pier and beam and what we're talking about there. Actually, let's go this way. It's a little dry. So you can see down here, this is what we're referring to as the pier and beam. You have these piers that go into the ground, and they're concreted deep into the ground, and then they have these beams that run across them. And there's several of these piers going across to support the shabbing. And then you have an open airspace between the ground and the shabbing. We are also going to be shooting spray foam insulation up underneath the floor of the cabin from the bottom side to insulate the floor. So once we have the spray foam insulation in here, it should be well insulated and pretty easy to keep cool and to warm.
So let's talk about what we're going to do for paint. So you can see that we put some samples on the side of the cabin here. We like this color. We think this is what we're going to choose. We debated between the darker trim and the lighter trim. I kind of think I want to go with the darker trim. Again, please comment, tell us what your thoughts are, and if you even like this color or if you think it's going to be too dark. We're also debating what to do with the porch. So we know we need to get something on it to protect this wood. Debating whether or not to stain the whole porch or to go ahead and paint the porch and only stain the deck boards. again, totally open to your thoughts and feedback.
Installed our breaker box on the outside of the cabin just due to the small amount of space that's inside. We figured this would maximize our space inside without having to create a spot cleared off for the breaker box.
We looked up some codes to see what we needed for code, and I don't remember what it is now because it's been a minute, but you had to have so many X feet before the end of a wall or an exterior room or a window, whatever it was, and there wasn't a great spot inside that met the parameters to have the circuit box inside. So that's another reason we brought it out.
Correct. And another thing we did in addition to the breaker box being out here is we are also putting in a 50 amp plug-in connector out here. And the reason for that is if we don't get power ran out here in the near future, or because it is out in the woods and the likeliness of a tree falling on a power line during a storm or anything is pretty high, we're putting that on there so we can plug a generator directly into the cabin to provide power in case we lose power for any extended period of time. Anything else?
Happy dance, we have a cabin.
Cabin.
A cabin, we have a cabin.
Our cabin, take 153.
Close us out.
Go ahead. It's a story
Of a little cabin who at one time was only a shed, but then it grew and grew,
into this.
and so we have a place to glam.
All right. So seriously. Back to you.
Seriously, we are super happy that you guys came along and saw our little cabin in the woods. We love this place. We love being out in nature. We love being able to escape the busy lives that we have back in the city and be able to come here and enjoy our small little cabin. Stay tuned for more.
We have some huge projects planned for later. Some possible, well, a possible surprise secret.
Yes.
Something possibly big, huge, ginormous.
Big. That's what she said.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like our content. We'd appreciate your support.
Go have an adventure of your own.
Bye.